acquired the brake line for the Tesla that you might have watched in another video, but we're headed over to Teggy's today. So before we go to Teggy's, we got to load all this stuff up, which will eventually get unloaded out of the Copen. Do you think it'll work, or do you think it's possible? Let's find out. All right, so I don't know where this will end up in a video, but it is a video that'll hopefully be made tonight. But the Tesla has been sitting here just awaiting. I got registration on it, I got the brake line, and we finally got the drive unit. So I'm gonna try and get some power to it. I also bought a new battery for it because the old one was shot. So if you didn't know, on these Model S's, if you take the front nose off, you get access to this, and then this will let you jump it. So that's what I'm gonna do with the key. And it's alive. So we got a front light here, and then in theory, nice, it's alive enough to get something started. I know it's super dark, but let's see. The screen should pop up very shortly, and that'll be a good sign. Everything's kind of starting up. I'll bring you back when it's on. We're cooking. You can see my VIN, but this is coming on. It thinks we're in Rye, New York, but we're not in Rye, New York. It's still loading up. So I think in theory, we should still be good to go into, what's it called? We're already in service mode, but let's see. Chassis, brakes. It's in park technically, so let's get it out of park. Going up. Battery's holding charge, which is kind of interesting. So that might not need to be replaced, but we're gonna get the subframe down off of here. So that's why we're going up. We saw in the last video, we took the subframe down, just checking, make sure we're all on the correct things, and we are. I still got the technician in me, so that's good. Those were covered up. Hopefully no water intrusion got in them. Actually water did get in there. That's all right though. Drop the subframe down. Once you drop the subframe, we have the new motor over here that hopefully will be the correct one. It is. It says Sport on it, so we're good. Sweet part about Teslas is everything is on their subframes. So this subframe is already down. I'm trying to get this up so that we can install it to where it needs to go, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, nice and easy, going up high, and then install her where she needs to go. Axle seals look okay. Coolant passages, allegedly this has got the delete on it. Gotta get this off, maybe get that cleaned up. Let's hopefully have this thing installed tonight. One of the biggest things is we know from the last video that this is where the coolant came out of. These don't look rusty or crusty, so those are good, and coolant isn't coming out of there, which is great. Just taking these off because they're cut anyway. All right, so here's the update because I've just been locked in and working. I don't even know the time anymore, but everything's put back together. The drive motor's back in, and it's a moment of truth. So I'm gonna jack this thing up, just make sure there's nothing else that I might be missing. But theoretically, when I put 12 volt back into this, and I'm gonna lower the car just to put some coolant in it because we lost a lot of coolant when we were doing this, but let me show you underneath. Okay, so there it is. Everything's plugged in as it should be. Good, good. Coolant lines are plugged in. So is this one over here. So now in theory, I should be able to move everything out of the way here and go check out what's going on. I did pick it up with some body damage, which will hopefully buff out in theory, but we gotta get under here. This car's not even apart, so you gotta get to the coolant, which is right here. And we gotta see that there is nothing in there anyway. So we're gonna top it off and go from there. Okay, heard some clicking. Let's open this up, see what's going on. We'll get some power in just a minute. Hopefully, allegedly. Here we go, we got some power. And in theory, the car's on. Oh, you hear that? That's the airbags filling up. Says unable to start, vehicle services required. Let's take a look what's going on. I know we have to go into software reinstall and then do full request, fail request, software reinstall, unknown reason, please try again. Gotta figure this out. All right, my phone was about to die, so I had to put it on the charger, but while I was on the charger, I accomplished replacing the brake line that the tow truck driver accidentally ripped when he yanked it with the hook. Put it underneath the control arm, and he didn't realize that the brake line was there. So replace the brake line where brake fluid is low. We got to bleed the brake anyway, and then we got to add coolant. Some reason the headlight's not functioning the way it should. So eventually I'm gonna have to look into the headlight issue. May need to replace it. We are fully functional though, which is cool. Do that and then it's moving under its own power. That's so exciting. Oof, it is currently 2 a.m. in the morning. I gotta be back at Teggy's tomorrow to work, but one step closer to actually physically running this thing, which is awesome. So tomorrow I'll pick up some brake fluid and some some coolant. We should be good to go. I may back this out and throw it on the charger, but it's got 54%. So yeah, allegedly this is, if we go to charging, the last charging it did was $0, which is kind of interesting because that means that it is supercharging for life. So I'm waiting to get it on my name. I mean, obviously I changed it to Mendy, but waiting for Tesla to get it over to me. So that might take a couple days. The old owner needs to basically release it, but works. And there we have it. It's moving under its own power. Yes. Excited. Again, I have to figure out this headlight situation. See what's going on. I mean, I think somebody backed into it with something here, but maybe paintless dent remover can fix that. Maybe find a bumper and a headlight, maybe a hood too. We'll see what happens, but a lot of condensation inside of it, so it's got to get washed. Definitely tinted, new tires. I got some cool things coming for it, so stay tuned for that. It is charging. It would take 4 hours and 35 minutes to fully charge this to 100%, but air suspension's up. Cool thing about it too is all the doors seem to be working, but if I go to suspension, I can go, oh, yes, it won't let me lower it for some reason. Maybe I don't know. It says press brake to enable control, so I think it's because we're plugged into the charger. If we weren't charging, then maybe I can make it low, like 5.4 inches, but it'll drop it, it'll slam it, which is really cool. But I don't know if you can ride that low, but nevertheless, sitting under its own power and whatnot. So it does not have cameras, does not have autopilot. It only has one camera that's in the rear, has regular cruise control. So hey, allegedly has free supercharging. Just went down. Allegedly has free supercharging for life. So if that's the case, then that'll be a good thing. So more to come on this, more mods, more stuff to do on it. So stay tuned for that. We're back at Teggy's. I topped off the brakes. So I need to bleed the front right brake. I kind of bled it yesterday. It wasn't enough. Still had some air in it, but now I actually have a stiff pedal, which is perfect. Doing the coolant air purge. So trying to purge all the coolant out of that system. So running that now. Got 2 gallons of coolant. Got a thing of brake fluid. Charged up to 69% and then it stopped for some reason. So it went down to 24 plus hours to charge this thing. So I'm excited to get this on the road to see if we can do free supercharging. That's what I really want to see. So soon we'll get this on the road. Got to get it washed. I got to see if I can fix that headlight. Taking it out for its first test drive. This thing is still electric. It's still a ripper, which is a cool part. Yeah, let's just go ahead and run stop signs, why don't we? But yeah, I mainly wanted to pull it out so it's out of there. Brakes have to get, you know, buffed off with the rust and the pads. So the funny thing is it skids all over the place, but we're running and driving, no lights on the dash, which is the most amazing thing ever. So we're officially driving the Tesla home for the first time. Can't see it and I wish I would have filmed, but we had a CAN bus failure. Not a failure, but it's just acting up. So we had to literally diagnose it because the car wasn't wanting to turn on because so many different things. So shout out to Will from EV Solutions, made it happen, and now we get to drive it home for the first time since I bought this Tesla. I'm driving it home, so there's a bit of a gap here. I gotta readjust this window. Will says it's pretty simple, so when the time comes we'll adjust that and get that taken care of, but for now we're heading home. We're in this thing today, finally driving it as a family. No?
Oh, yeah.
She said, oh. We got Casper, Augie, Grover, and then part of the bumper. Megan, do you want to explain what happened?
Yeah, I mean, we were just driving down the road and it fell off.
Yeah.
We're a great storyteller over here.
Long story short, when I assembled the car again, I forgot to put the splash shield between the battery pack and the back valance or bumper or whatever you call it, or diffuser. And so it would catch the bumper and like go.
It was like buffering really
yeah, it would buffer
bad.
a whole lot. And we were hitting speeds of like 80 and finally you could tell the clips just kind of came off. And we were dragging it for a little bit, so we pulled over before we really lost it and just decided we'll just throw it in the back of the car. So yeah, it didn't really get damaged all that much from what I saw, the 5 seconds, but got a little dirty. So we're in Jersey right now, headed to a cool place. What was your question?
So where are we headed?
So shout out to Wilfredo, Wilfred.
Papa, you
Can't even pronounce it correct. No, Augie, it's not a bad word. But a subscriber of mine reached out to me and said, hey, I have a Honda Acti. I'm trying to get rid of the motor because I'm going to case swap it. I want something faster. Can you help me sell it, or what's the best way of selling it? I don't even know how much it's worth. And so I was like, sure. So upon further investigation,
Okay, yeah, let's not touch that, okay?
I told them, I was like, hey, I actually need a motor. And I was like, somebody quoted me $800 for a used motor. I was like, you know, you can get anywhere from that to probably $1,500 depending who needs it. And he goes, no, you can take it, and you can take it for $600. So Project Acti needs a new motor from the videos that you'll have seen at some point. I started to edit them today. So we're gonna go pick that up, but I said, what better time to drive the Model S than now? To really put it to the test to see what kind of range we get on it. We had 203 miles when we started. It's at 118 now. We'll get there with 38%. But the cool part about this car is it has free supercharging for life, allegedly. And so I've already supercharged it twice. On the way home, we'll stop and throw it on the supercharger as well. And then maybe as we get closer to home, we'll throw it on the supercharger some more to fully charge it up. But yeah. What are your thoughts about this car?
I was telling you earlier. Oh, please don't kick the seat, Augie. Oh, good job. Thank you. It feels like an older, like Lexus, not even Lexus, like an older Mercedes or like an older, like Lincoln, like an early 2000s.
Yes, and that's Augie. And it's one of these cars that doesn't have all the luxuries of the modern day Tesla, other than like the massive Tesla screen, the maps, the music, the fancy dashboard. but it doesn't have certain things. Like it doesn't have the full self-driving, only has one camera, which is cool. It's very basic, which is kind of nuts, but eventually the goal is to get a Model X of this time era with a free supercharging as well. So we'll start with this and move up from there. All right, so we're headed home. Shout out to Wheeler Fredo. I didn't film. You can hear the boys in the background. I'm sorry if you wanted to be on camera, Wheeler Fredo. It's nothing personal. I never usually pull out the camera because I don't like to be that guy, but the motor or engine's in the back of the Tesla now, and so we're headed home. We got 98 miles to empty, 63 miles home, but allegedly we're gonna have to stop and charge. So this adventure keeps going. I should have updated you. We left, got some Wingstop, went and charged the car, and we were driving home, and we were on the Palisades, like next to the Palisades Parkway, right about to get on the bridge. A massive pothole over there. Basically blew this tire, and I think broke the upper control arm, or A-arm of some sort. So we're stuck on the side of the road now, awaiting a tow to get this car picked up to go back to Teggy's and EV Solutions so that I could fix it. But I got to get them in an Uber to go towards Greenwich, to get on a train to then go home, and then get on another Uber and go home. So yeah, we tried calling a couple friends, but no one answered. It is a Sunday, so I'm sure everybody's busy. Grover still puked. Oh, that was the other thing. So Grover puked.
Augie was laying on Grover's lap.
Yeah.
And Grover puked on Augie's head.
So that was fun.
And Casper also just had a really explosive diaper and now does not
Yes.
have any pants.
So the adventures of Mendy Imports always continues. Good thing, not a bad thing. So yeah, we're gonna try and figure this out. In an ideal world, Dime. Okay, I know, but we can't get the motorcycle today. So yeah, we were gonna go pick up a friend's scooter, but that's not gonna happen today. But ideally, it would be awesome if we could go pick up the ambulance and then come grab this. But the tow from here to EV Solutions is like $100 and something, which is probably cheaper than getting the ambulance, bringing it up here, towing this, and dealing with all the repercussions. So yeah, for right now, we're gonna try and get these boys and Megan on a train and go home. And then I'm gonna try and get this on a tow truck. So yes, let the fun continue. At least he's a happy camper.
At least.
Grover's okay, and so is Augie. And if you don't believe me, there's a full Acti engine and transmission under here. Let's go on a Project Acti, or Project Haggerty, I should say. So yeah, always an adventure now. Did you sign up for this when you married me?
I didn't know it's gonna be this crazy.
Yeah, I didn't either. Trust me. But yeah, this thing's tweaked.
It is bad.
It's bad. And just fix this thing too. Like, what the heck? Can't catch a break. So Megan's off on the lift, waiting for the tow truck. Hopefully we'll be here within the next couple of like 45 minutes or so. So we're gonna hang out in here while they get to the train station, and I'll wait for the tow truck to take this down to EV Solutions. All right, finally the tow truck's here, so hopefully we'll get this thing loaded up and on its way.